Welcome back to Walsall Fan TV. We have an extra match preview. We've been trying to get this on all week, and finally we've got hold of Craig. He's had a very busy week, so we have Stockport fan Craig with us. Welcome
Hello.
to the channel.
Thank you very much.
Last time we spoke was after the game at Edgeley Park, the 1-1, when our Andy Williams popped up and snatched a point when we didn't deserve it.
Can we not talk about
that? and then we had you came down to our place and absolutely battered us, didn't you?
Yeah, we did really well. I think after the 1-1 at our place, we just turned a corner, pretty much as your guys did as well.
Yeah, we both moved up the table together, haven't we?
Yeah, we've done really well. Surprising at the teams we've beat in that little run as well. We did Swindon, obviously, in the cup. We battered them 4-0. Did Salford, Bradford, Carlisle. So it's not like we've played the rubbish. We've played the good teams.
No, it was only Leighton Orient that beat you, wasn't he?
Yeah, and that was a close one. By no means did they batter us. No. Grimsby have been our Achilles heel this year. They've done us twice. They're the only team that have really sussed us out. So yeah, I think they're the two games which have been a bit disappointing since we played the 1-1 against you.
Yeah, I think we ought to have worked you out by now, hadn't we? You would think.
Yeah.
You'd think. Eh?
Well, maybe third time lucky.
Well, the thing, when teams play each other close together, it's rare you get the same result.
Yeah.
It's normally sort of one wins and the other one wins. So having played you again really recently, perhaps it is Walsall's turn. And you guys have got some injury problems, haven't you?
We have, yeah. I think I might be playing in defence myself.
Oh, you're going to get a game. Oh, nice.
Yeah, I might have to stick a pair of boots on.
Yeah, I don't think Walsall will be desperate enough for me to play, to be honest. At my peak, I wouldn't have been good enough to play. Oh, dear. And Fraser Horsfall, he's been sort of a key player for you. I think we're messaging him between. Yeah. And he's been a key guy, build-up play and all that, isn't he?
Yeah, he's been fantastic. Everything that we do well starts through Horsfall. We don't tend to lump it forward from a goal kick. It goes to Horsfall and he sets the tempo and the play. So to have him missing now for 6 weeks minimum is a massive loss. So just signed Niall Byrne from Tranmere to replace it, but he's cut tied for tomorrow. Okay. So he won't be playing. And I don't think we've got any left-sided centre halves fit either, because the first choice he's been out for a while. Second choice he pulled out of the Grimsby game 10 minutes before kick-off. So we ended up playing with a full-back at left centre-back. So we're a bit thin on the ground defensively at the minute.
Yeah, the attack's been pretty rampant, I think, haven't they? They're marauding all over us, weren't you, at Walsall?
Yeah. The other injury concern we may have is Miles Hippolyte. He went off on New Year's Day, injured.
He plays part of the central five, doesn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, he's been brilliant, but that won't really matter. We've got plenty of cover in that position. We've just got to make sure that we keep the side. I think we've got 4 which are irreplaceable, really. Horsfall, which unfortunately he's out.
Yeah.
Will Collar, Paddy Madden.
Will Collar, he's some player, isn't he?
Yeah, he's different class. He is different class. Kyle Wotton. I know I wasn't too complimentary first time we spoke about him.
You were telling me in October that we could have him because he was rubbish.
Yeah, well,
you changed your mind now.
The price has gone up.
Yeah, he was very solid. Our centre halves, particularly Donovan Daniels and Manny Month. Any striker that's come up against Walsall have really not done anything against them. But Maddens and Wootton give them all sorts of trouble.
Yeah, they've struck up a partnership together. I think Wootton is, because he's that big and he's that strong. Not only is he good in the air as well, he's good with his feet.
Yeah.
He can occupy two defenders, which obviously then leaves Madden a bit more space to do what Madden's done all his career, really.
Yeah.
And them two together they have started to. They're both scoring as well, which is unusual. Usually, you get one's the link man, one's the finisher, but they're both scoring, so they're both doing well.
Yeah, we've been on a good run as well, as you know. Apart from when we played Stockport, that was our off day. I think I put on my channel that I think it was like a game too far. We'd had such a good run, and the players were sort of all a bit jaded, I think, and it sort of they all sort of dropped performance all at the same time. One player for us, Danny Johnson, has been very good, but he's got a loan that's coming to an end. So I think we've only got another 2 games with him. So
they're going to Colchester.
Possibly. There's been chat about that. I don't know whether you've heard, Walsall are going to have Kyle Wootton.
Well, you must have a lot of money. That's all I can say.
We'll buy Kyle Wootton off you, I think. He's the target man that we've been looking for. You heard it here first, Sadler's fans.
You have to pay a lot of money.
Yeah, that would sort of take a bit to pull him away, wouldn't he?
Yeah. We've just bought another striker from Millwall, 6 figure fee. Tanto.
He's not played many games though, has he?
No, I think he was supposed to have gone out on loan in August, but I believe he was supposed to go in Barnsley, but it fell through last minute. So he just basically was stuck at Millwall not playing. We were in for signing him permanently last year, but he opted to try and cut it in League One. But obviously the deal fell through, so he's decided that January was the time to make the move. And hopefully we'll be in League One next season anyway.
Okay. You're hoping.
The
division is so open, isn't it, really? I think with the games in hand that we've got and Stockport have got, win those games in hand and we're sort of right up there, aren't we?
Well, that's it. I mean, before the Grimsby game, I was looking at maybe that 3rd spot thinking, we win here today, we win our games in hand, and we've got Northampton coming up next Saturday. If we beat them, we're right in there. But then the poor result against Grimsby, it might just be a little bit too much.
Yeah.
But playoffs is still definitely.
There's still plenty to play for. I think with the cup game, I think both of us could do without the draw.
Any result.
The games are starting to build up, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, and obviously whichever one of us goes through, we'll have another game called off. On top of that, so that could be potentially 5 catch-up games, which when you play, mate, you're going to end up playing 2-3 games a week at some point.
It's great looking at that and saying, "Oh, if we win our games in hand," but points in the bag are always what you need, isn't it? Just got a few comments on the channel. Leighton is on, young Leighton, and also Walsall till I die. Going to be a great atmosphere tomorrow. Can't wait. Can't wait to be there. Martin Beeston, Stockport, good side, but I fancy Walsall tomorrow. Mark Carter, we've drawn, we've lost. Logically, it'd be a win. I'm liking the theory there. Eye-open moment, really, for you guys. 6-figure signing. Walsall don't do that. So that's sort of where we sort of laying off. McKenty, he's a player that we bought at the start of the season. He had a shoulder injury and he played his first game centre half on the right-hand side. in place of Hayden White. And Hayden White is the guy that slipped up to let Wotton in for your first goal.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting one. We don't know whether he's going to carry on as the right side of the three or whether Hayden White will come back in. So that'll be an interesting choice there. It's a young guy, fairly solid though, and he's short of games. Obviously, he's only his first game back. So we see whether he sort of makes the start or not. Blicky, I think we'll play Wilmot and bang crosses into the... Be fair. Oh, yeah, Wilmot is the other one. Robbie Wilmot, another new signing. So he's going to be probably one off the bench, perhaps, I would think. As you say, Horsfall is sort of your biggest loss, isn't he?
Massive. We've got Joe Lewis played in there against Grimsby, who we signed from Torquay in the summer.
Yeah.
At the start of the season, he actually was the number one centre back, and Horsfall wasn't getting it. But he looked lost. It did look lost on New Year's Day, and I think if we've got a weak link in our team, he would be the one. If you can get at him, I think that might be your way in.
Well, one thing for us, I think, because of what happened with Liam Bennett going back, we're short of a right wing back. And Tom Knowles, who'd been playing up front, he played right wing back against Mansfield, and the whole team looked more balanced. Yeah. Douglas James Taylor played up front, and he's quite sprightly. He managed to get a goal, and I think he's a guy that could cause you some trouble tomorrow. We're hoping so anyway.
Yeah, they're hoping not.
And DJ, expecting DJ to come back in. He didn't play against Mansfield because they're his parent club, of course. I presume you're pleased with Bardsley, the signing of Bardsley. That's a big signing for you.
Yeah, brilliant. It's just that experience. He's played twice now. He made his debut against you guys for his first game. He's not got 90 minutes in him yet. He's been training with us, I believe, for pretty much since pre-season. But he's just been coming back from an injury. So, he's not got 90 minutes in him, but just his positioning and his experience. But obviously, he's more of just more of like a fullback rather than a wing back, which we play.
Yeah.
So I don't really think he fits the system we play. I think he was signed on in the end more because our first choice wing back is another one that's out injured, Southam Hale. But he's not done. He didn't do a bad job against you guys the other week.
No, he was good.
He was a little bit poor on New Year's Day, but 2 games in the space of 4 days was probably a little bit too much. Whether we see him again on tomorrow, I don't know.
He might sort of be taken out for a rest, sort of thing. He's playing for free, isn't he, for you guys?
Yeah, he's given all his wages to the Stockport County Trust.
That's fair play.
They do work in the community, so you can't fault him. It's not like he needs the money anyway, is it?
No, not like we do. That's it.
Yeah.
What's your starting lineup tomorrow? What do you reckon then?
It's a tough one because we've got illness as well going through the camp. I've just watched Dave Challoner's pre-match, and he said that basically anybody that isn't 100% won't play. And so far this season, in any cup competition, we haven't actually played a full strength team. He's rotated it. The only exception to that was the Charlton game, which was on TV.
Yeah, I saw that. That was a good game.
So I would say Hinchcliffe in net with hopefully if we can get one of the left-sided centre halves fit, maybe Ryan Johnson. If not, we might have to play with a fullback at left centre half. Yeah. Joe Lewis centre back with Akil Wright at right centre back. then it will either be Bardsley or James Brown, right wing back, with Rydell left wing back. Then it'd be Collar, Crowsdale, and possibly Sarcevic if Hippolyte is injured. If not, Madden might play there. Madden might play as the 10, and we might play Button up front with Tanto.
Yeah, but Tanto, that's Isaac Olaf, isn't he? He used to be in Frozen, wasn't he? That's it.
Well, let's hope he's not frozen tomorrow.
Let's hope he's not frozen out. I think Challoner sort of said that he was probably not ready to start, probably off the bench, wouldn't he?
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Like I say, with the illness that's been going around, it might be a case of he's not got many choices, so he might throw him. Because I think the plan is that Madden is going to eventually drop deeper anyway and play as a 10. Because if you notice, he's never up there as a front man. Really, he does like to drop and lift the play. So
when you've got Wootton there, you don't need that, do you?
No, we've signed Jack Stretton as well today from Derby. So that's another striking option we've got. Yeah. But again, he's side, so
we get impatient when it comes to transfer deadline. Well, transfer window. It's like we never seem to sign anybody, and the previous ownership, they'd sort of sell as many as they could. Anybody who offered any money for anybody, they'd be gone. But the new owners are a bit more stronger in that respect. So I'm expecting some players to come in and a couple of strikers. If DJ doesn't get over the line for us, which I'm expecting him to go Colchester, to be honest. I think Mansfield aren't going to want him banging goals in for Walsall to keep them above Mansfield in the table. So as far as me... Sorry?
He might not want to go to Colchester.
Well, I think Mansfield will probably be happy for him to sit in their reserves.
Yeah.
Rather than Walsall have him.
They must have some strike force, mustn't they, if they can't find a place for him?
Well, he just fell out with him, hasn't he? So he doesn't want to be there. He doesn't want to play for him. I think for Walsall, we'll be starting with DJ up front and Douglas James Taylor alongside him. So that's guile and pace as a combination. Wing backs, I think Tom Knowles will carry on as right wing backs. I think he's really good there. Gordon on the left. He was a bit dodgy, I think, against you. So maybe Taylor Allen might get a run out because he's a bit more pacey and more likely to get forward, perhaps. In the middle, Maddox sort of did well against Mansfield, and Hutch is the one. He's sort of a frustrating one in some respects. He sort of offers, you think he's going to do so much, and then he has bad games. So see what we can get out of him. Liam Kinsella, he was the shock against Mansfield because he scored a header. It's the first time he scored in 3 years. So I wouldn't expect him to be scoring again.
So hopefully his goals are dried up for the year.
Well, it'd be a shock if he scored again, to put it that way. Brandon Comley's one that sort of would add more guile and more strength to the midfield. So that's a possibility that he might come in for Maddox, perhaps. But then, of course, we've got Robbie Wilmot. He could come in straight away and play as right wing back. So if he does, that'll put Knowles back up front, perhaps. So there's some options there. I wouldn't be surprised to see Wilmot move into the middle, where Hutch is, to be honest. And he's an experienced guy. Walsall are short on experience, particularly in the middle of the park. And going in the promotion running, you need some experience in there. Yeah. But it's going to be a close one tomorrow, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Just checking over a couple of messages. We need to buy a goal scorer. Yes, I agree with that. That's Blicky. DJ is a great goal scorer. Yeah, he's a little bit slow, DJ, but he knows where the goal is, and that's the key one. Oliver Smith says, "Shoot down Kyle Wootton, and we'll be okay." So it's keeping him quiet. That's the challenge.
Well, the game last week, going into it, many of the county fans were thinking if we can keep DJ quiet, then actually there's not that much of a goal threat from Walsall, and I think we did quite a good job on him.
Yeah.
But again, that's with Horsfall in there.
Yeah.
I think he might have a bit more joy with
the thing. DJ, I think, scored 8 goals in his first 10 games for us. He's only scored 2 in the last 10. Yeah. So his goals have dried up. And we need more pace and we need more aerial threat. So we are looking for new strikers. So, but Stockport got plenty of money. They're not going to be letting Wootton go for pennies, are they?
No, we won't let him go anyway. Like I say, I don't think I've not seen a centre forward in this league that just bullies defenders like he does. And I think the only centre halves that have actually got to grips with him this season is like I say, Grimsby. Waterfall battered him really. But he's the only one which has got a handle of him. Everybody, he's taking 2 defenders out of the game, which, like I say, he's giving you Will Collars, Hippolytes, Maddens that extra little bit of room to go and do what they do. He's also a handful from corners, which again is what Horsfall is going to be a massive miss for, not just defensively, attacking set pieces. He
contributes a few, doesn't he, as well? Yeah.
And I think opposition know that he's brilliant in the air, and I think they pay more attention to him, which again gives you Will Collars, your Paddy Maddens that little bit of extra space in the box. Which actually, I think he's only scored 1 this year, Horsfall, which is poor for his standards. But I think that's
he scored a lot for Northampton last season, didn't he?
Yeah, well, he actually scored against Northampton when we played him at their place after about 6 minutes.
That would be typical, wouldn't it? Yeah.
They didn't like that at all. They went on to beat us, but I think because of his presence and his what he did last year, they do pay a lot of attention to him, which again it helps the players around him because, like I said, we've scored quite a few from corners. Madden scored a header, Collars scored from corners. So if he's not scoring, somebody else is. Yeah,
good one. Well, it's been good to get you on the channel, and because of course we first met at the 1st of October at Edgeley Park, and that was a good chat we had there as well, similar to today. But good luck for the rest of the season, but not too much, obviously.
Yeah.
And the 4th round be a big money spinner for whoever gets through.
Well, I can guarantee if you go through, it'll be away at Newcastle or City or United. And if we go through, it'll be Grimsby away. And we'll get battered.
Rochdale, that's it, probably. Well, that's where. Yeah. Well, we thought that when we got through to the 3rd round, and they got, we got Stockport away. Fantastic.
Yeah. It was a bit, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like probably the worst one of the worst possible draws. Really, it's a tough game, and not particularly a big attendance, isn't it? How many are we expecting there tomorrow? We've got 1,200 Walsall fans coming.
We've actually sold out because we spoke this morning, didn't we, about tickets left? And there was quite a few, but we've actually sold out today. So obviously prices were reduced to a tenner anyway.
Yeah.
But we've actually sold out this afternoon, so should be a good atmosphere.
Yeah, it should be banging.
But all them that are sat behind the goals, I'll take your umbrellas with you because it's never sunny in Stockport.
Well, it's kind of close to Manchester, isn't it? So that's guaranteed rain.
Yeah.
We had a good day when we came to you. The weather was all right, wasn't it? The rare day.
Yeah. Just a pity the football wasn't great.
Well, that's it, yeah. It's all good fun now. It's really good to chat and that sort of thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we'll see.
What's your score prediction?
My score prediction on my match preview, I've got Stockport 1, Walsall 2. How about you?
I've got a horrible feeling it's going to be a 1-1 or a 2-2, and we're going to have to come down in 10 days' time on a Tuesday
we
or a
don't
Wednesday.
want that, do we? We don't know. We just go to penalties at full time.
Yeah. Or just flip a coin on 90 minutes if it's a
That's
draw.
it. Yeah, share the prize money.
Yeah. Oh well, we'll donate it to you so you can buy yourself a striker.
That's it. Or give us. I think winner gets Wootton. That's it. Hang on, you've got him already. We'll swap your DJ for Wootton. How about that?
Yeah. No, I wouldn't. I might change my mind on tomorrow.
Okay. Cheers, Craig. Nice one. Thanks for coming on.
See you later.
Wolves Fan TV. Wolves Fan TV. The joy and the pain. We all know about that, don't we? Right then. Thanks for watching. Cheers, guys. Cheers, Craig.
See you later.